Alright, Bob, so here she is. Sorry about the close view. I'm going to walk into the areas that you would want to see. You know, it's from 86, so you can't expect it to be perfect, but I'm trying to get good lighting in here too. This is where I said it's been, let me see if I come over here, you might be able to see it better. No, not really. Okay, right there maybe. You can see it's been scraped a little bit, like that way, and then somebody went over it with some nail polish, and it looks alright. I mean, I actually didn't even notice it when I bought the bike, but you know, that's something that would, if you wanted to be perfect, it would need to be fixed probably. Let's see, the right crankcase cover, just a normal rash right here. The stick here, this is actually where you put, it's not the dipstick, but this is where you put the oil in. You can see right at the top there, there's a little bit of rash. It's not bad though. And then, let's see, the tank, where you would see, hold on. Okay, where this in here and your controls came down right into there. You can see how that matches up pretty nicely. That was a previous owner flaw, I guess you could say. You can see there's a little bit of denting right here, really small. And here you got kind of a big, not really big, but it's on the line there, a line that comes up and over, so you can kind of see it more. But somebody might be able to pop that out pretty easily. The paint on the tank is the original paint, so it is a little bit faded. You can tell, especially up here in this area. It's kind of hard to see on here, but it is a little bit faded, and there are nicks in areas on the tank that are, you know, imperfect. Right here you can see there's a nick, or there is a little bit of rust on, actually it's not really rusted, but then there's a nick here, it's been painted on so it wouldn't rust. A nick there, and that is paint, it's not rust, so just so you know, that's not rust. It's just somebody saw that it was nicked and put some, I don't know if it was nail polish or whatever they did, but they put something over it. Here, same deal. It has, underneath that where the metal is, it's been layered with something, and then there's some glossy looking thing over top of it, but that was a previous owner as well. Infliction on this bike. This is one I actually have not seen before. There's a guy, it looks like it was unpainted. So, just little imperfections here and there, but that's what gives the bike character. I never really expect my bikes to look perfect. Like I said before, there was sun fading on the upper fairing. You can see that there used to be stickers here where a previous owner actually removed them, and you can tell that the sun faded it into there. So some of this paint is going to be faded just because you can tell it has sat out in the sun before. And then right here, not really sure what happened here. That's a previous owner thing as well. It's just been, you know, that's actually just a stripe. So you can actually buy these stripes and put them on here yourself. You can feel it if you, the texture, the difference in the texture. So it's actually just a white, well, actually all stripes. So it's actually painted red, and then it has a large white overlay, and then this other overlay here. So that must have been what they did when they made these. Let's see. You can see right here, one thing I don't think I've mentioned this yet. You got your hydraulic clutch, and you have your corrosive hydraulic fluid in here, which I guess this also happened during a previous owner because it hasn't been leaking since I've had it and fixed it and drained it and everything. So, which had leaked down here, and you can see that there is some paint defects right here. Overall, the paint job on this bike, it's not an aluminum frame, it is steel. It's painted to look aluminum. It's good in some places. It could use some work in other places if you want it to be perfect. I never really noticed it, but here, this lower, I never really took a good look at it. I believe this is also from the hydraulic clutch here. It's missing a little bit of paint, which you can see its proximity to the hydraulic clutch is pretty close. So I think that guy may have been leaking at some point in this bike's past and maybe caused some of these paint defects around here on this side. This side of the tank, the left side of the bike, we got one larger painted, it's not dented or anything, it's just where the paint was stripped, I guess, and it's been painted over, or maybe that is rust, I can't tell, but here's another little nick. I mean, I'm sure there's more around here too, but we got your instrument panel, 2 keys. This one actually goes to the helmet lock. Not sure when that happened. That was a previous owner thing. So you got your brights, and then turns. Let me go back here and show you. It's actually really hard to see when the bike's not on, but that is blinking right here. If the bike is running, you can see it better. Let me turn it on real quick. So this is a cold start. You heard me start it before, but you can see the bike is cold. So let me start it up here. There it goes. And the stroke on the clutch is far too wide. It does not need to be open that much. Or I'm sorry, not the clutch, on the choke. The choke definitely, the stroke needs to be reduced. So, but anyways, yeah, that's it. There's a few other little things. I think that gives the bike character. Like, you can see there's some sticker marks on here. You can kind of see that it said something there. You can't really see it anymore, but I'm assuming that's from when the kid owned it. You can see Honda has their thing here, which is kind of cool, I think. And yeah, for the most part, over here on this fork, there's a few nicks on the paint. These fork, not seals, but whatever they call these, they remove the juice from the fork when it goes in and out. Those are cracking a little bit, but I actually never saw any problems with fluid being on the forks themselves. So I really never wanted to replace them, simply because if it's not broken, don't fix it. So, but you can actually blow these up. These are air. This is an air type of one, so you can remove this, and you can do this to the center shock too. And you can change your riding style, I guess, for what you might be riding over top of, or like if you know you're gonna go over some bumpy terrain, or if you want a really stiff ride or a really loose ride, you can change it for that. So here's the one nick in the seat. I wouldn't even call it a nick really, but there. It's very small. That's the one spot that is torn a tiny bit. The rest of this is just stains. I didn't want to put solvent to it because I like the character of it. So, but it matches up. The paint matches up how it is now pretty well, and I like it. So, anyways, yeah. Let me know what you think. If you want to see anything else or anything. Oh, here. I never went through these handlebars, but these are not stock, obviously. And they put a bar end on here, and this is actually just some plastic tubing. I think maybe that is the throttle control. Yeah, that's the throttle. That's the throttle control. They bought the wrong size handlebar thing here. That's what they did, which makes me think that on this side, where you don't see that extra plastic sticking out, they may have shaved it. So that would be something to look into, probably. I actually never really noticed that. Okay. All right. Thanks, Bob. Appreciate it.